We'll sing the glory of Washington forever. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Average Joe Sports, the Alamo Bowl Preview Edition. First of all, I'd like to say that I really do enjoy going back to bowl games after being pretty abysmal in the early part of the 2000 decade. It just makes me happy, and I wish everybody out there in the Husky band, hopefully they're having a really good time. I know they were. Looks like they're kind of doing looks like a rubber band trip. I mean, they left earlier this morning, so they're probably doing a whole lot of rehearsal time and having some delicious milk right about now, and just kind of enjoying the scene out there in San Antone. So you guys have a good time out there. I wish I could have gone to bowl games when I was in band, but that didn't happen. Who cares? I got to go to Japan. So you guys out there have a really good time, and have a little extra milk for a brother out here. That'd be really great. I hope you guys are warm. That being said, let's get on to what we came here to talk about. Something just dropped in the background, and that's cool. I think it was my printer. Don't worry about it. Alamo Bowl against the Baylor Bears. Let's just get started. We're just going to do a quick side-by-side comparison here. Baylor is 9-3. They ended up tied for third in the Big 12 with, like, not 12 teams. But that's okay. They're led by their quarterback, Mr. RG3. That'd be Robert Griffin III. I know last week I called him Archie Griffin III. That's my bad. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I just kept hearing RG3. That stuff happens all the time. But yes, he Heisman Trophy winner. I don't really need to go over his season passing stats. It's something really ridiculous. But he is 36 touchdowns along with 6 interceptions, which is actually really good. I want to say he had a passer efficiency in the 190s. He was the highest efficient passer in Division I FCS. Actually, 192.3 to be exact. So he's going to be dangerous. Plus, he can also run. Let's see here. His receivers. I didn't catch their first names. So Wright and Williams. Let's see here. Wright has got 101 receptions for 1,572 yards and 13 touchdowns. And Williams has 53 receptions, 895 yards, and 11 touchdowns. In other words, Husky defense, you're in a lot of trouble. Obviously, these guys like to go deep very often, and with as soft as our corners and our safeties are, well, we're going to have a whole lot of trouble. They're not very strong in the Big Uglies, judging by their running backs only got 1,347 yards and 16 touchdowns. Actually, they might be a whole lot stronger than what they seem. However, I will admit that the Big 12 is a little bit stronger up front. They've got bigger dudes on the defensive side of the ball, so their yards might be a little bit more well-earned than it probably would be out here in the old Pac-12. Let's see here. He's got, yeah, as I said, Ganway, if I remember correctly, I believe that's his name, according to my notes. He's got 16 touchdowns, but their only other basis of actual running comes from RG3 again. He's got 9 touchdowns. I want to say a little over 500 yards. I want to say I didn't completely catch that stat, but that's okay. I'll post that a little bit later to give you an exact stat. Let's see here. Baylor, last time Baylor and UW faced was in 1970-something. Either way, we lost. We lost them by 3. So that's the last time Baylor and the Huskies have played. Baylor as a whole is looking for their first win since '92 in the '92 Sun Bowl against Arizona. They won that game 20-15. So again, they play very close football. They want to try to kick you in the mouth a little bit. So that's always good. See, the last bowl appearance was against Illinois. They got completely throttled in the Texas Bowl, 38-14. Ironically, kind of another de facto home game. This particular bowl game for Baylor anyway, it's 4 miles away from Baylor's campus. So let's just say there's going to be a lot of green in the in the stands at this year's Alamo Bowl. Which, I mean, hey, that happens. I mean, that's just the way the the bowl system happens to work out. I mean, you try not to give people a home field advantage, but that happens. It almost would be as awesome if the Seattle Bowl was still here and we were playing Baylor at the Century Link. I still want to call it Quest Field. Hell, I still want to call it Seahawks Stadium. But that's again another story for another time. Let's see here. Let's go down quickly to UW stats here. As we all know, our last bowl game was last year against Nebraska, a very, very close game there at the Holly Bowl, which ironically is being played right now as we speak. It's Cal in Texas. Yeah, we beat Nebraska 19-7. They played us earlier in that same season. I don't remember what the score was. We got killed, if I remember correctly, and then we ironically wound up playing them again this year, and we didn't do so hot. I did an earlier vlog about that. And yeah, we made a lot of mistakes. We are led by the ever so talented Mr. Teeth Price. He's got 29 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. It's not too bad. It could be a whole lot worse. See here, we got big old Chris Polk with 1,340 yards, 11 touchdowns to his name. Also, Collier's got 264 yards and a touchdown under his belt. That's okay. He's one of our Collier's more of a bruiser. Polk is, he can go between the tackles, but, he's trying to make that extra cut, gets that second level, and just burn people. Also, he can receive as well. He does really, really good out in the field, catching passes as well. The receiving, we're led by Aguilar, who sometimes likes to catch the ball and sometimes doesn't like to catch the ball. If you got to do something really spectacular, like laying out for one, you can depend on him for that. But to do just a simple 5 and in, for some reason, he likes to drop the ball. I don't know why. That's just the way he is, and it's kind of bothersome. Let's just hope that he chooses to show up and be the awesome Aguilar that we all know and we love, and not the same one that we get really, really angry about when we watch on TV. So here's hoping. And Jermaine Kearse coming in with 501 yards and 6 touchdowns. I found this stat really, really strange because he's got fewer yards and more touchdowns. However, I believe he's more the guy we throw the fade routes to into the corner of the end zone. So that might make a whole lot more sense. Yes. The good news and I guess the bad news about this game is, well, our defense sucks a lot. It's terrible. It's awful. We are ranked 116th against the pass. There are only 120 teams in Division I FBS. So there's 4 of the people behind us. We're pretty much in the basement. However, Baylor isn't ranked too much higher. Let's see here. We've given up a lot of yards. I'm checking my notes here. Yeah, we're 116th, allowing 283.8 yards. So basically 284 yards in the air per game. However, Baylor's ranked 112th against the pass, allowing 278 yards. So, I mean, both defensive secondaries are pretty awful. So, I mean, ultimately, and I hate to be Madden-esque about this, but it's going to come down to which defense decides to stop the ball at the key moments. I mean, the team that scores the most points is going to win. Yay! So I expect this game tomorrow to be very, very high scoring, and it's going to be fun. I just hope we end up on the positive end of it. But however, I can see how we could end up either A, completely getting stomped, or B, losing by maybe 14 points. I mean, if we can keep it to within 14, I will be satisfied to all get out, because I do believe with Griffin's, style out there, he can run and he can pass. So we've got to respect both. And it's what are we willing to give up as a defense on? And I'm sorry, I'll give Griffin as much rushing yards as he needs. I don't want him to throw the ball on my team, because it's going to be bad. We can't play man, and we like to play the stupid soft zone that sucks beyond recognition, and that's what's going to eat us all up in the long run. Now, he's also got RG3's got a lot of accuracy, which is something that is going to be key. I mean, we got completely torched by USC earlier in the season because of it, because the quarterback is extremely accurate. Well, find a soft spot in the zone, there's going to be somebody wide open. And I think that's exactly what Baylor is going to harp on when the Huskies are out on defense, is basically finding that soft coverage in the zone and just kind of dropping it there in the pocket and basically getting whatever yards you can get, and eventually you're going to get points. That's plain and simple. So I'm going to say the Go Dogs on this one, but I'm not 110% confident. If you're wondering why I'm looking into the camera lens a lot, it's because one of my friends says I need to look in the camera lens because it bothers her a lot. Apparently, I'm really interested in something that's going on over there. So, yeah, there you go. I'm looking in the camera lens. Are you happy? Awesome. I love you too. But yeah, so that's it for my bowl preview this time. I plan on doing a Rose Bowl preview and a National Championship preview as well, but we'll worry about those going into the weekend. Hope you guys all had a great holiday. I got some awesome gifts. I hope you guys got some awesome gifts too. And we all, all of us Husky fans, we get a wonderful gift of another bowl game. Again, let's hope this is a tradition that keeps continuing, and hopefully we can get the win. Go Dogs. Let's sing the glory of Washington forever. Boom, baby!